President Barack Obama is going to address the nation about 3 hours from now in his State of the Union. The state of government, if not the union, has changed dramatically since his last speech. Tonight, the president will have to deal with that reality. 24-hour News 8 political reporter Rick Albin is in studio with us now to fill us in on that. Rick?
Susie, tonight the president will propose a spending freeze, tackle the national debt, improve the country's infrastructure and education. He will propose all of that. That would seem to be a speech based on some rather popular themes, but despite the president's calls for bipartisanship and even some Republican leaders echoing those calls, the political divide in Washington is not likely to magically close. First, the president's spending freeze would not include entitlements, Medicare, Medicaid, Social Security programs, and those take up a big chunk of the government spending. That's something Republicans may object to. If the president proposes more infrastructure spending, maybe a mini stimulus, the GOP may say the government doesn't have the money to spend. On any number of other issues, there may be disagreement. The difference this year from the last 2 years, now the Republicans have something to say about it. After a rout at the polls in November, the president must now find a way to get Republicans in the House to go along with some of what he wants if he wants to move anything forward in the next 2 years. So tonight's speech will very much be an effort to talk to those Republicans, reach across the aisle without further alienating his base, a base that he will presumably be calling on in less than 2 years if he, as expected, runs for re-election. There's a lot on the line tonight politically and not inconsequentially the country. It will be interesting to see how the president frames tonight's speech and what the response will be. Brian?
Thank you, Rick. And a West Michigan native will be sitting near First Lady Michelle Obama tonight at the State of the Union. Staff Sergeant Brian Mast is originally from the Grand Rapids area. He was severely hurt by a roadside bomb in Afghanistan last fall. He lost his legs and several fingers in that explosion. We do have you completely covered for tonight's address. The speech starts at 9 o'clock. You can catch it live right here on Wood TV 8, WOTV 4, and streaming online at woodtv.com. Also, as part of our online coverage at woodtv.com, we'll have a Facebook chat group going during that speech. You can join in. And make sure you stick around for after the speech, 24-hour News 8 at 10 and 11. Rick will have analysis of what the president says and reaction from your local congressman.